Men's 100-meter final. It's all about the start for Christian Coleman. Does he get a good one? Yes, he does. Christian Coleman leaves Justin Gatlin and leaves this field. Christian Coleman is a world champion. He adds that to his U.S. title.
I can drop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm Noah Lyles K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.
Here at 6 o'clock, the fastest man in the world has now been banned for 2 years because of 3 violations of doping control rules. We turn now to our 6 on Your Side sports director, Tim Owens, with all the details. Tim?
Yeah, never a good thing. Yeah, Bo, former Tennessee sprinter and world 100-meter champion Christian Coleman has been banned over a case of missed drug tests. Coleman missed 3 tests in 2019. The penalty for such can be anywhere from 1 to 2 years for first-time offenders, but a disciplinary panel upheld the maximum penalty of 2 full years, meaning he'll miss the Tokyo Olympics next summer. Now, let's be clear. Coleman has not failed a drug test and has 30 days to appeal the ban. Coleman, just 24 years old, he succeeded Usain Bolt as the world's fastest man, clocking the world's fastest time in the 100-meter dash in each of the last 3 years.
It was tough. It was tough.
When you got handed down the suspension, I paid attention to how the public reacted. And the consensus among the public was, this is a young man who is the world champion in the 100. He's getting paid a lot of money to do this thing, which by your own admission, you said you love.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be more responsible with being there when they come to test him. So I want you to talk specifically to those fans of yours who were disappointed at you getting the suspension because they felt like this is something that's avoidable.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I feel like it's definitely something that is avoidable.
Mm-hmm.
And on one hand, you know, I'm a little conflicted. I feel like I definitely have to be more responsible. You know what I'm saying? I have to take the time every single day to update the whereabouts app, make sure even if I have to wait by the door or wait in my living room for an hour of every single day and wait on the tester to come, even if they don't, just because that's what the rules are, that's what I have to do. And I have to take responsibility for my side of the situation, just being more responsible basically, because, you know, it's really like a paperwork type of thing, you know, updating your whereabouts. I mean, that's on me. I just, you know, have to be more responsible.
So now you've served your suspension. You had to sit in Eugene and watch the Olympic trials, and you had to watch the Olympic Games in Tokyo from home. Did that bother you at all? Did you feel like this is unfair, or you know what, this is basically what I have to deal with?
By the time the Olympics actually came around in the trials,
Mm-hmm.
I had already came to terms with the situation and the cards that I had been dealt, and I, you know, was just preparing for the future and what I need to do to be ready for when I do return. Just because at that point I had been going through it for like 2 years, you know what I'm saying, at that point since like 2019. And so I feel like going through it, I mean, was the like worst part of it, you know, going through the hearings, like going through, like I was saying earlier, and seeing your name like versus World Athletics. Like I feel like that was kind of the like thick of it. And then like by the time, you know, they had gave me the suspension, gave me my fate, what was going to be, I had already came to terms with it and accepted it, and just kind of like moved on from it, really. So
I think fans of American track and field, as well as Christian Coleman fans, will say, okay, that sounds great. What material steps, what actual steps have you taken to make sure that this can never happen to you again? Did you get a Ring doorbell? What did you have to change where you go, never again?
Yeah, so I definitely got a Ring doorbell.
Okay.
So, you know, anybody comes to my door, you know, I'll be notified.
Right.
And just being more diligent, you know, I have an alarm on my phone.
Okay.
Every single day to remind me to, you know, update the whereabouts.
Mm-hmm.
Just being more responsible, just being more mature. I'm 25 now. I mean, this happened, you know what I'm saying, when I'm 23. And
right.
I mean, it don't seem like that long of a time, but I think anybody who's going through that transition from, you know, I turned pro when I was 21, you know, just trying to learn how to be a professional, and trying to figure it out every single year. You just get better and better at it, and you just become like more and more mature. And so, you know, just being more diligent, really, just making sure, every single day I update my whereabouts, make sure that, I am where I'm supposed to be. That's pretty much it. It's really simple. Honestly, it's really simple. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just being more diligent about it, being more responsible.
From having the world at the palm of your hands to having nothing. From being completely at the top of the sport to being nothing and a nobody. Breaking the world record in the 60 in 2018. Coming back in 2019, becoming a world champion with the world's fastest time. Defeating Olympic champion, world champion Justin Gatlin. Being suspended in 2020. Returning in 2022. Automatically having a bye to the World Championships in 2022, since he was the defending world champion, to making a final, but only being able to finish 6th place. Then next year in 2023, actually making the World Championship team, but only managing to finish 5th place. Finally getting another opportunity at the Olympics after missing the 2020 Olympics. 2024 is a big year. Christian Coleman fails to make the team. 4th place at the Olympic trials. The dreadful position that no one wishes to get. Right afterwards, switching from longtime coach Tim Hall, the University of South Carolina, the coach in which he's been having since college. A switch I wholeheartedly understand. College coaches' primary focus is their college athletes, because that's where the majority of their salary comes from. So any professionals that they do have are secondary and typically aren't really prioritized until the college season is over. So Christian Coleman makes the switch to Nike coach down in Florida, Dennis Mitchell, where now in 2025, he didn't run any indoor seasons. Seems that his start seems to be non-existent, and he hasn't won a single race. Not sure if he has even finished top 2 in a single race the entire season. With the U.S. trials 2.5 weeks away, it makes us pose the question, will Christian Coleman even be a factor? He hasn't even broken 10 seconds for the first time in his career since before college. Becoming a world champion in 2019 at 23 years old with the fastest time we've seen since Usain Bolt, to 29 years old after a suspension, making 2 teams, failing to medal at both meets, failing to make the Olympic team in 2024, get to 2025, failing to run an indoor season because he now works with a coach who doesn't believe in indoor. An outdoor season, just 2.5 weeks outside of nationals, failing to have won a single race the entire year, and failing to break 10 seconds. Is it over for Christian Coleman? Well, the story is unwritten. But if I had to make any educated prediction about him making the team this year, I would have to say he won't make the team. And there's a great chance Christian Coleman doesn't even make the final. But with the veteran that he is, I feel like he's going to find a way to at least get himself into the final. Highly doubt he will be a factor in the final. But like they always say, only time will tell. Will we ever see the times where we had Christian Coleman on top, winning, running 9.7 pretty easily? More than likely, no. More than likely, this is the decline, the ultimate decline. We're near the end. Christian Coleman turns 30 years old very, very soon, and it may be time to ride off into the sunset. But not just yet, though. When the money stops. Doesn't matter if he's running 10.3 or 10.4. If Nike's still cutting a check, show up, be rolled, collect it. But the instant the money stop, hang it up.
I can drop a world lead, I don't even like running. You gotta run fast just to go and get some money. I'm no Elias K, you know how I'm coming. I ain't going to no Olympics, I ain't running, I ain't jumping. I can make 100,000 at the crib being funny.